I have some great news for you folks, and I can't wait to have this next gentleman share it with you. We are talking about helping our planet Earth and making Cleveland more sustainable by enrolling in a new recycling program. Ren Brumfield is the recycling coordinator of the city of Cleveland. It is so good to have you here.
Nice to be
here. And I want to drop this amazing news first.
Yes.
So 2019, we kind of got the word that maybe our city wasn't doing too well with contamination in our recycling. We were at what number at that point in time?
We weren't doing well at all. We were above 60% contamination. So of all the stuff we put in the recycling cart, 60% of that was trash that was unrecyclable.
That's not good.
That was bad.
Now,
that was bad. That's why
where
the
are we at
program
now?
died for a minute there. Right now, so since we started the program again last year, last June, so it just had its 1 year anniversary, we're now at 15% contamination.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
I
we're
gotta
doing
give you a
good
high
job.
five. I mean, and I know
I wanna
it's
go
to
that high.
you too, because you know this is why we need the public's help with this situation, because it's what you're using and how you're using it, what you're putting into the recycling that really matters here. So you have a side that's kind of the no good side and the good
Yes.
side. Let's start with the things that are not so good.
Things that are not so good. Okay, so when I've gone to the plant, and these actually, this stuff is going, it's getting processed, a lot's happening with it. There's still some people that don't know that we're actually processing anything. It's still going in the trash. All right, so when I go there, I'm looking at stuff, and there's lots of machinery that separates all this recycling. In fact, the goal of it is to take all this stuff you put in there, whether it's paper, plastic, glass, all that, metal, and to separate it all to a separate pile. Right? So we'll end up with this kind of stuff in there, and it really doesn't work with it. So you get things like hoses. This is not recyclable. Even though you had some kind of plastic, it might be vinyl, it does not go in there. We want people to go by our list, right?
Okay.
We see a lot of these things, these
All
big
the bins
plastic
that break
bin
and
lids,
you threw
right?
the lids away. Yep.
I know, it's plastic, but no, it doesn't go in there. And that has to do with the machines that do that separation. Like something like this is just too big, and it just doesn't work well. And then you'll have things like plastic bags. I'm moving out of the way here.
Yep.
Plastic bags are just, they tangle up and everything. They become just confetti, just all kinds of bad stuff in the way. So we don't want that. Things like these tubs, plants. People think that actually compostable things are recyclable. They are not. They're
Good to know
compostable.
too.
Two different processes there.
Gotta compost those, and then
And these things, no.
Yep.
Like the weather's nice now, everybody's going to want to go working out in the garden.
Plastic pots are no go.
You're going to
Okay.
see a lot of plastic pots, a lot of flats, and a lot of those kind of things. Mulch bags, people are putting those in. Those just don't go in. Right?
Now you even have a bottle up there, like a reusable
Yes.
bottle.
Yes. So
What are
it's
they made
a
of?
reusable
Aluminum? What are
bottle.
they made out of?
This one's made out of steel.
Steel,
So
okay.
if you were to take this to a scrap yard, if you were to put it in with your stuff you're going to recycle at a scrap yard, it's okay. But this is not something that gets processed with those things. So your reusable bottles, no. What we want to stick with is your tin cans, your aluminum cans, aluminum cups like that. All the lids from those tin cans can go in. But your reusable bottles, you don't want to put in. In
Okay.
fact, I came out here, I didn't put down my reusable coffee cup, right? So when you think about it, this is something new that we can recycle now too, these paper coffee cups. But even if you were to recycle 1,000 of these paper coffee cups, it's not as good as reusing this as many times as you can, because that way you're not even going into that part of the process.
Side note, how many times do you have to reuse this a day? Because that's a small coffee cup.
It's
right?
small. Well, it's
Are you
small.
good about not drinking too much coffee?
I'm trying not to drink too much coffee. I used to have a big
I'm going off topic, but that was interesting because that's a cute little small. I like it. It's cute. I
It's a
like the
Yeti,
size.
little tiny
it's
Yeti.
a Yeti. All right, so these are things that they can break down, put in there, and know that they're going to be recycled properly.
Yes, those are the good things. Those are always going to be recycled. Should we
Now,
go through?
Yeah, let's go through them. And the difference between, I see that you have the lid on this plastic bottle, but you took the lid off of the glass bottle. Is there a reason
Yes.
for that?
Well, because the plastic bottles, all that plastic is going to get processed. If you were to put in, say, this tiny little piece like this all by itself, that's going to fall through the process and end up on the ground in the trash. It's not going to get recycled, right? It is a different plastic from this, but when this all gets shredded up and processed and all, they have a way to separate those two different kinds. So
Okay.
for a plastic bottle, and notice I squeezed it a little bit too, right? So it's empty. I squeezed it a little bit, and I'm going to put it in there. That way it doesn't roll around on the belt.
Gotcha.
So the plastic, you want to put the tops on, right? The glass ones, they'll have the metal tops like that one. There are magnets and all kinds of stuff involved in the process. So the magnets will grab the top, but the glass always breaks, right? So the glass breaks, the big pieces actually get turned back into glass bottles and such. The very fine pieces go to a place where they become fiberglass.
I know
so
we're
it all gets used.
We're showing some video of the blue garbage bins, whether you would put, not garbage, I'm sorry, you put the blue recycling bins. You want people to get involved in the program because if they have those blue bins and they're not involved, what happens?
All right, so first of all, I saw your clip there. That truck that you saw, the Rumpke truck, that's not the one that actually picks up at our places. You'll see a City of Cleveland truck do our pickup. The company comes in on the backside. So the blue cans. This program, now that we've restarted it last year, we restarted it as a voluntary program. It's not mandatory that people participate, but we want them all to participate, right? So the people that sign up get these stickers like on the front of here that go on the can that identify that can as part of the program. If they don't have that, eventually
These
the
stickers
ones...
here? Or these?
These stickers go on the side of the can. This one goes on top to remind you what should be in.
Okay.
This
Oh,
is
that's
a
very
magnet.
helpful. That's
Some
helpful.
magnets that we're making right now for people to put on their fridge so they can figure out what goes in, right?
Okay.
So when people don't join the program, what's eventually going to happen is that those blue cans that aren't part of this program will be retrieved, right? The city will take them back, use them as stock for the rest of the program. But I want to encourage everybody to be in the program because it's a citywide program and it benefits the city most if everyone's participating.
And look at the difference that's been made from 2019 until now.
Exactly.
I mean, from 60% down to 15% contamination of what we're doing, how we're helping to give back to Mother Nature, and our Mother Earth, and making a difference, leaving our footprint here in a good way. So it's a great thing. And again, we're talking about the city of Cleveland. This is specifically for the city of Cleveland.
Because the companies that actually do the processing, some of them do different things. So what I'm saying right now is specific to Cleveland, but all companies take your paper, your cardboard, your metal cans, and your plastic bottles. That always goes, and then some of the others vary. SustainableCleveland.org/recycling is where you go to join the program and learn more and give back to this earth that has given us so much. Thank you so much for coming in today. It is our pleasure.